Day 2 of renovating the Wilderness Beaver. We were absolutely knackered after day 1, but enjoy, this is day 2 and this one was harder than the day before. Let's jump in. We were so lucky on day 2, the weather was also amazing, and so we literally got started as soon as we were at the boat. So more sanding, more filling, and also for today we had some primer. So it was almost prime time, and I must admit that's the most satisfying bit to watch of the whole time lapse. This is now the left hand side of the boat, and you can see we're doing exactly the same process. So sanding down the paint that is at the bottom to make it smooth and ready for filler. There's going to be some smooth sailing. When you're doing the work, you can't really see the reward, but watching back the time lapse, you can see exactly what we're doing, which is cool. So Victor is using a wire brush here to get the metal parts of the boat to clear off any old paint, but it ended up just sort of, I mean it really worked, but it sort of ruined the metal brush. And here you can see I'm working very, very hard. One more dust, make sure there's no paint scraps, and now it's time to prime. Prime time. As I'm putting primer on one side, Victor is filling the other side. Is it just me, or could you watch filler being mixed all day, every day? Maybe it's just a me thing. So you'll notice on this side of the boat, there is much more filler compared to the other side of the boat, just because we were trying out different techniques to see what would work. But I did ask Victor which option he preferred, and he said that this option here was much easier because he could just sort of slather on all of the filler and then sand it off. Here I am doing the second coat of primer, thinking we were almost finished. Little did I know that there was many more coats of primer and much more sanding to come. And so we changed up the technique here as well. By this point we felt like we knew what we were doing. We'd already done the first half of the boat, so Victor was still sanding as I started primering. I thought I got paint on the camera, hence the look on my face. So as I am finishing the primer on the other side of the boat, Victor is taking off the screws. This is because the screws had got rusty, so we wanted to remove them and replace them with new ones. There's the dog sitting at the front of the boat like the king of the castle. He loves it there. That's going to be his spot once we're in the water. So we had primered the main hull of the boat and also the sides. The sun was setting and so it was time to start packing up. We tried to jet wash some parts that were difficult to get the sander in, and this was really great. This really cleaned the boat as well as got rid of the majority of paint. You can see Victor jet blasting the bottom of the boat. This is where all the algae had grown, and this was a really effective method of getting rid of any additional algae that we weren't able to scrape off. So that is us for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to give the video a like, and if you want to stay up to date with our most recent episodes, then please do subscribe. This is an ongoing project. We are currently working on it, so expect lots of cool updates soon.